I want to report on Anshine. Alternus, you're as good as any. Speak up.
I've heard rumors the wind crystal was awakened, as they would have it put.
Indeed. And worse, since its awakening, the crystal has been protected by a shield that bars all but the Vestal.
You made contact with the girl, did you not? Why did you not capture her then?
Were these infamous allies of hers really so strong as to cow even you, Dark Knight?
No. Among those I saw accompanying the Vestal, one of them was Idea.
My, this is a twist.
Quite so, a shocking turn.
So what then? You saw her, tucked your tail, and ran home crying? How miserable!
Still, if this is the truth, it is a troubling one. We look to you to lead all the Eternian forces, Lord Marshal. For your daughter and to abet the Vestal is problematic.
How would you have us proceed?
Any who would join the Vestal in opposing us must be eliminated. Their birth matters not.
Ah, bold words. But how truthful, I wonder. You would really allow her elimination?
Your lordship!
The task before us is larger than us all. I'll not allow private matters to slow its course.
Then, I shall go and speak with her again. Surely.
I will go. It seems the water Vestal is proving a problem as well. I shall go and pluck the both of them. I expect a suitable shower of accolades upon my successful return. Come, Victor!
As you command.
Lord Marshal, are you certain of this?
It burns the lungs.
But it's not so dire that we can't manage another step.
It may be perhaps that the return of the winds has thinned out the miasma for us.
Whatever the cause, we'd best take advantage of it. If we can pass, let us do so now.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Bravely Default. Last time, we finished up Chapter 1 and we awakened the Wind Crystal and freed Anshine from the tyranny of the Time Mage Kamer. Today, we're trying to get to Florem, and as we tried to get to Florem on our airship, or rather to go to Sage Uran to see if he had a better way to get there, Altinus showed up and smashed the Skystone in the Echelot, meaning we could no longer take flight and could no longer access the Miasma Woods, which means we're stuck going on foot through the Miasma Woods. Luckily, the wind has thinned it out for a bit for us, so we do have a fox here, which we can buy from. All the things we can buy here are the same as the items we could have bought at the Miasma Woods Needleworks. So, I think I just want to buy a spear for Fingerball, a better spear for Fingerball, because he's been stuck with a shitty spear for a while, but he can definitely make use of that mithril spear. Otherwise, I mean, we're so close to a new town, I don't really want to buy anything else. I don't think there's going to be anything that's particularly helpful or good. Like, that's good. Actually, that's really good. Especially for this area. I might actually get these. That's 1400p. I mean, I have like 16,000, so that's not a huge deficit, but I'd... And you don't have anything I can buy to nullify poison instead, which I would actually prefer. I prefer accessories to do that. Okay, It is also an upgrade in defense, and it will be very helpful for the area, because we do have enemies that can inflict poison in the area, so I think that I am going to go ahead and buy 2 of them and equip them to Rydia and Ring a Bell. For the trader, we just have ethers we can buy, which I don't think I'll need, hopefully. I have a couple ethers. I think I'll just kind of try and wing it and see what happens. Let's equip those. And go and sell the... Actually, should I buy a better... The Mithril Sword? I think the Scimitar is even stronger than the Mithril Sword if you look at these stats. P attack 18. P attack 24. Yeah, it's even better. I didn't equip the Mithril Spear to ring a bell. Go and do that. And then sell the... I guess you could sell... Well, I don't want to sell a Scimitar. I'll sell a Spear. We'll sell... Are any of the stats we've gotten recently better than that? For Mind, yes. The Jade Crozier is 1 point better. And slightly better in some other things as well. So go ahead and equip that. And we can sell the Mithril Staff and the Oaken Pole. No real reason to keep them. The Oaken Pole is kind of useless to us. The Mage Masher, we'll sell. We don't need anything else. We'll sell the Thumb and Claws, because we don't want those. Sell these bronze best plates. Other than that, we should be good. Don't want to sell any of these. Don't have any items I really want to sell. I guess I could sell these. I'd rather use Salesman on those, though. That's kind of the best bet. Magic Shop, we can just still buy level 1 magic if you somehow have a body. I would have preferred that they had the level 2 magic we saw in Anchime to buy there, just in case they've got to buy it there, but whatever. No. But you know what, yeah, well, let's start here. As usual, if you'd step into a status ailment inflicting trap in a dungeon, you get a party chat. Tread carefully. What's... My legs! My whole body's tingling! This swamp, it's poison! The wind carried off the miasma, but the swamp's still just as toxic. Is nothing easy? I hate poison! Every step hurts and I feel like I'm going to be sick. We could always double back to town and stock up on antidotes. You worry too much. All we have to do is be careful to step around the marshy patches. Agreed. Let's be extremely careful when we walk. Yeah, do we have antidotes? Yeah, we have several. We'll be okay. Especially since enemies can't actually poison us, so poison isn't going to be as much of a hazard as we think. So this area... okay, so those scorpions are the ones that can inflict poison with venomous bites. I believe we've already encountered them, or at least a variant of them. They're weak to water, but I don't think I actually want to use water. I think what I want to do is poison the Myconid and put it to sleep, and then just kind of punch the shit. Well, I want to be careful. I don't want to actually attack the Myconid. Because attacking the Myconid is a terrible idea that will result in nothing but your dismay. Okay. Well, this isn't exactly how I want things to go. Actually, it's literally not at all how I want things to go. This sucks. Please poison the Myconid. Are you kidding me? Let's just go for a single attack, because I'm not sure how much health this thing has. Thank you. Okay, so the Myconid. The reason I'm not attacking it and the reason I'm just poisoning it and putting it to sleep is because the Myconid has an ability called Spore. That means when you attack it with a physical attack, it can basically double itself and spawn more Myconids into the battle. This Scorpion is resilient. Jesus, this is... I did not plan this out very off. Perhaps if we had just braved with Adia and Ringabel 4 times, or 3 times, and attacked 4 times, it would have been gone down a lot faster. Or if we used a single bit of Blizzard on it, but I didn't do that, so... Oh well, I guess. We're just gonna have to... Let's just go all out. If the Myconid doubles itself, then at least it'll demonstrate the gimmick of the enemy. Or hopefully it won't, and it'll just die. Are you fucking kidding me? That is literally the worst time for the Scorpion to die. Oh my god. Okay, well at least that one's dead. They are weak to fire. Let's go ahead and just... I hate to do this, but the way I tend to deal with Myconids is I have the whole party default while I poison and put the thing to sleep, and I just let the poison kill it. This is an incredibly slow way to deal with them, an incredibly terrible way and tedious way, but to prevent them from spawning more and making the battle go on forever, it's the way I like to do things. I wouldn't really suggest it, but it's the way I'm going to be doing it for now at least. You can also use fire on them, but I find it to be far more cost effective in terms of your MP to just poison them and wait it out, because they will die either way, and they'll deal a ton of damage, and their only real threat is Spore, which, when they get into a large group, then they can be dangerous, then they can deal a ton of damage altogether. But when it's only one, it's not that bad. I tend to just like to poison it, put it to sleep, so I don't have to really deal with it, and then just wait the battle out. Okay, new enemy as well. Treants. They can cast Lullaby, which can put the entire party to sleep. I think we do have things to actually prevent sleep, but I'm not using them at the moment. I think I definitely want to deal with the Scorpions first. I'm actually going to go and use Blizzard. And then kind of just brave with you guys and attack them and see how that goes. I don't know if they'll die, but I'm kind of hoping they will, because obviously I don't really want them to be living. The Treant itself is not a huge threat. Putting things to sleep, I mean, it sucks, but it's not like completely... Oh, as long as you... Okay, you put a Dia to sleep. That's actually the worst thing you could have done. And ring a bell too. That sucks. Yeah, no, that really sucks. Use your special so we can heal up ring a bell. Instead of doing that then, I guess we'll Phoenix down him with Brave a Second, so we can actually heal him and have things be worth a damn. As long as he's not killed again. I should have done that later, thinking about now, but oh well, it's fine. Terrible use of Brave a Second and a Rejuvenation, but oh well. Yeah, the Treant can be very annoying. Alright, try Blizzard again. You just punch, and we'll see how that goes. Luckily they can't poison us, so at least they're not too dangerous in that respect. Oh my god, they are ruthless. Jesus Christ, man. And they're not dead, that's worse. Yeah, this battle has gone terribly. Let's just try a cure and... Please don't put it on yes to sleep. Of course you did. Of course you did. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't... Oh, okay, this sucks. Oh my god. How did I handle this battle so shittily? I wanted to not use so much MP, but turns out I'm gonna use a fuck ton of it because everyone's dying. And I have to use my Phoenix Downs. Oh my god. This is probably the worst fight so far. Worse than any boss fight somehow. Oh my god. Tiz, we need you to save us. Phoenix Down, ring a bell. Blizzard, Blizzard, Blizzard. Hopefully kill the fucking Scorpions at least. Probably won't kill the Treant because he's not weak to it, but we seriously need to get most of these enemies out of the battlefield. Jesus Christ. Whew. Okay. You use fire. I guess we don't really have to worry about our MP that much because we do have rejuvenation to heal us, at least. Oh my god, that fight was awful. I don't know how that went so badly. Well, partly because Lullaby kept putting literally the worst person to sleep, so, yeah. That's partly how. I don't think I'm actually going to worry about my MP that much, considering I do have rejuvenation. But, yeah. You have the clothespin. That explains why you never went to sleep. I think I'm actually going to put that on yes. Because not being able to heal when I need to is really bad. And I'll just give you... I guess you're fine with silver glasses. I'll give you something to increase. Do I have anything to increase your magic attack? I do not. Okay, I'll just go ahead and... do I have armor to do that? No, I sold all the other armor. Okay, well, just go ahead and fucking equip fucking this, I guess. Sure, whatever. In this chest, remedy, not that helpful because sleep. I think it can cure sleep, but like we can also hit people to cure sleep, which I find a little bit more efficient. You do less damage to your party members than you do standard enemies, whether that's because you generally have higher stats or because it's just the way the game is. I'm not actually sure. We have another locked chest there that we can't open quite yet. It just occurs to me, do we have Adia with sword magic? Do we have any sword magic? Yes, we do. Oh, okay, right, because you don't actually have to buy scrolls for sword magic, duh. You just get it with your levels. So she actually got sword magic level 2 there, and now she has access to those new spells. I completely forgot she had sword magic. Should have been thinking about that. That might have actually been helpful to us. 2,000 pig! Oh my god. Okay, so we have another new enemy, and it sucks that they got a first strike. That is the... Is that new? Actually, I don't think it's new, but it's new for the area at least, so I'm already talking, so I might as well go. I don't actually want to use them special. What am I doing? They're weak to wind, and they can cause confuse, so I'm actually fairly certain they're not new. But, I forgot, so you're gonna have to put up with that. I'm going to cure, and then try to put at least one of you guys to sleep. Are these poison? Yes, he's poison. I want to use sleep on the Great Moth and on one of the scorpions. I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter which. So I'm just going to go and use it on one. Do I want to use... Yeah, I want to use Ring of Bell Special. Might as well. Can't hurt, really. Because we're just going to get it back really quick anyway when we're doing physical attacks. And I also should have used Sword Magic. This is not something I usually don't think about. I don't know why I'm being so lax on using Sword Magic right now. Oh well, we'll use it next turn, I guess. The great thing about Sword Magic when you're using Knuckles is you can just set your fists on fire or whatever the fuck, and it's awesome. Well, rather, it's just completely metal as fuck and stupid, and I love it. It's ridiculous. Oh, well, no, we won't be using it next turn, because, I braved. Yeah, that was stupid. I don't think there's actually anything to steal in this dungeon, or from these enemies in this dungeon, rather. Nothing worthwhile, that is. Just like a lot of random materials and items that don't actually have that much of an effect. Okay, that went pretty well. Even if I didn't use sword magic, so oh well. Gonna try and avoid this miasma, or this poison rather. If you do have Dungeon Master from the Freelancer at level 4, you can just completely walk through the poison and not suffer the effect. Okay, Myconid and Treant. Let's go with this. Let's poison you, put you to sleep, and we'll just poison the Treant. And do a couple Braves and attack him and see how that goes. Actually, you Brave 4 times, use Sword Magic Fire, and I will just punch. And hopefully, that will kill the Treant, and so I don't have to deal with it anymore. Please don't kill it this turn. Oh, no, kill it that turn, but it'll kill on that specific attack. Are you kidding me? Well, poison and sleep that one, so I don't have to deal with it. Okay. Well, that's the end of that battle, basically. I will see you guys at the end of it. Poison does last until the end of a battle, as far as I can tell. For enemies, I don't believe there's any way to heal it, and it doesn't wear off over time. Or rather, I don't believe any enemy has a way for them to heal it. Of course, you could use an antidote on them, or Porzana or whatever, if you really wanted, but I don't know why you would want to do that, so... There really are much faster ways to deal with Myconids than my terrible strategy of poisoning them and just waiting it out, making it a war of attrition. We have several items that can inflict fire damage on enemies at no cost to us but the cost of the item. But... when actually... never mind. When it's 2 of them, I just like to spam fire because I don't like to deal with it. But actually, I do have... on this is special. I think I'll hold off on using it for a little bit. And I guess, well, we're here, we might as well steal from them. I mean, it can't hurt, can it? Well, I guess it could. We could get nothing and then they could kill us, but in theory it can't hurt. We just get antidotes from them. Nothing special. I don't believe they have anything else either. It's literally just antidotes. They do drop potions though, so it is worth fighting them just for that, just so you have like have a good stack of healing items. Wow, they have way more HP than I thought. They can survive that many fires. Wow, okay. Well, that took quite a while, way longer than I expected. But when it is multiples of them like that, I don't like to make it a war of attrition because then it just goes on way too long. I mean, even if you poison and sleep them at the same time, you have to like alternate. When they wake up, you have to put them back to sleep, and it's just a pain. So one thing I actually didn't mention before that we got was a scimitar. We got that from a chest. We've already stolen one from Kint, but if you have 2 people using a sword and you don't want to buy another one, well, you can't buy another one yet, and it is by far, well, not by far, but pretty significantly the best sword we can use so far. You can get another one in here. But also, again, you can steal one from Kint. This dungeon, this part of the dungeon is specifically dangerous, and also I've been thinking about it. I should really change this over to cure sleep for when we're inflicted with that. We have also done some progress in Narende as well. I should really go over that as well. Let's go ahead and make it blind. Well, we'll make it sleep res up, I guess. Doesn't really matter that much. I don't really use anything besides rejuvenation with Anyas, to be honest with you. I believe, yes, we got... Well, I never actually gave you elements on your special, so go ahead and we'll make it... What are we going to need coming up? We could use Plant Slaying right now, I suppose, and we'll give it Blind Touch, of course. Water, 30, Plant, Blind. And I think you should be fine. I don't think we got any upgrades. No, nothing I really want to change. Tiz, you are also fine. Okay. Yeah, let's go over some of the changes I've made in Narende, some of the updates from Narende. I've stopped focusing exclusively on the special shops. I think we're doing okay. Obviously, I still want things like higher MP recovery, and of course, BP recovery as well, wherever that is. Is it over? No, it's here. No, where is it? I guess it's on here, which is like the way later levels. Either way, whatever. We'll get it eventually. But I've also started focusing on the accessory and the weapon shop. The two things I feel we're going to be most interested in the future. Probably won't be doing that right now, but it's something we'll want to think about in the future, especially these accessories. The armor shop, the armor is so expensive, the good armor, that, like, I don't feel it's worth it, and the other armor we can buy just isn't really worth it for how long it takes you to upgrade Narende, especially at a pace like mine. Then it like quickly gets outshadowed, or outclassed rather, by outshadowed is not a term, outclassed by armor you can just get normally in game without Narende. Meanwhile, the accessories you can buy are usually like a specific effect, like immunity or whatever, or higher stat in this, and those can be helpful pretty much anytime, because you might need that against a specific boss or in a specific area, whereas, you know, when armor gets outclassed, it's typically just outclassed, and even if it has a certain effect, like the Tabby suit here gives us prevention to poison, there are other, and in my opinion, better and more efficient ways to get that prevention. You can do it through accessories, you can do it through abilities, so doing it through purely your armor and giving yourself a lowered physical defense rating, like significantly lower, is not worth it. Meanwhile, things like the gauntlets, that's just, everything that is just immunity process. Did we really complete something just as I left Narende? Great, awesome. Go ahead and put more people on that then. What was I saying? Oh, I guess it doesn't fucking matter now. Basically, your armor shouldn't be the things you specifically get resistances from, but it should be more so your accessories and your abilities. Of course, there are exceptions to this, but for the most part, that's kind of the philosophy I live by with this game. Specifically, there are, say, a few shields that give you great resistances to things, or maybe even a piece of armor, but again, for the most part, accessories and abilities are the way to go. We have another bot friend. And now we can also buy equipment from them, so we're going to go over some of the stuff we got. We got a Simian Staff, which boosts multi-target attacks, which, not that great. You really would want that on a rod, I would think, not a staff. But hey, whatever. And a carving knife, which is just kind of a decent knife. I actually have no idea where you get this. It's apparently used by the Namahage Ogre, rather. Alright, sure. We have a Venture Badge that raises our Brave attack rate, so we might get plus 1 BP at the start of battle more often. And a Smiley Badge that freezes your aggro level. So say you don't want a character having much aggro at all, which essentially means the enemy will target them more often. Say it's like Agnes, and we don't want her targeted like ever, then you can equip that to that. However, that's pretty expensive, and I don't want to buy that. However, there are a few things I got in here that I want to sell. I want to sell that one scimitar, and that's it, I believe. I don't really want to sell anything else. These teleports don't sell those. Even though they would sell for much, I don't really ever use them, so I don't mind selling them. Tiz is fairly low on MP, but we can't even buy these because I haven't actually leveled the trader up enough. However, I would like to buy some high potions, as well as some normal potions as well, just so we have some backup healing if I don't feel like using Cure, or if I just need to heal a little bit.
Well, this is unusual. It's not often you reach out to contact me directly, Dark Knight.
I'll not take up more of your time than necessary. I have a request of a delicate nature.
The Blood Rose Legion is deployed in Florem. If this favor poses no conflict to my mission, I'll consider it.
The Vestal of Wind has entered Florem. We're certain of it.
Ah. Hence the news I just received that Victoria and Victor will be joining us there. I see.
The only problem is that Adia is accompanying her.
Accompanying the Vestal?
She's been deceived, seduced by that witch's words. I tried to talk some sense into her, but the two of you are practically sisters. Perhaps she'll listen to you, if not me. Will you do this?
That girl has caused you no end of grief over the years. Very well. I shall do all I can. But should my sisters make contact first, best you gave up on her. I'm afraid even I can scarcely keep these two in check any longer.
I understand.
Girls, you heard him. You will continue your current mission as ordered. The Vestal may attack at any moment. Stay vigilant.
Yes, sister.
And so we've made it to Florem through the Miasma Woods. A foul stench. Hey, does anyone smell something funny? Yeah, what is that? It's strong. It's like something's rotting. My eyes are watering. Perhaps they're swelling the Miasma Woods' namesake. I doubt it. The wind is blowing in the opposite direction. I feel like it's coming from the north. Ring a bell, when was the last time you took a bath? If it were my natural musk, you and Agnes would be losing your minds with desire about now. Nothing? No response at all? Does it really deserve a response? Like, did you really think it did? Because frankly, it probably didn't. But, as soon as I try to spark a conversation... Luckily, Florem doesn't really have many new enemies. It really only has enemies from the Miasma Woods. Well, actually, it has several new ones, but, you know, it doesn't really matter, apparently, because, well, we're just going to counter ones from the Miasma Woods, apparently. Also, Tiz does not have enough to use many fires, so I'm just going to go ahead and spam those with Agnes instead, I suppose. And everyone else, like, I guess you can steal as well. Same sort of strategy, except now I'm kind of tired of fighting these things, and I have enough MP to spare, and we're close enough to the next town, we don't have to worry about enemies specifically, so I'm just going to go ahead and spam fire to deal with these enemies that I just don't feel like fighting anymore. Luckily, the Miasma Woods aren't a very long dungeon, so it's not going to drain your MP too badly overall. Even if you, especially if you just stick to the poison sleep strategy throughout the entire thing to deal with magnets instead of spamming fire, then you'll have a lot more than MP than I did coming out of it. But this is Florem. Apparently, Agnes has been here to meet with Olivia a long, long time ago, so maybe she'll remember a little bit of it and be able to help us out. Either way, that's for next time. See you guys then. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, maybe check out some of the other series I've done. You can also consider subscribing, checking out my Patreon page, or joining my Discord server. There are links in the description to those, as well as other social media links like Twitter and Facebook. Thanks for watching.